Greetings. This is TK Trav, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. It's a beautiful Saturday. I hope that you are feeling beautiful, strong, confident, intelligent, and overall just in a state of mind that you're able to operate securely, smoothly throughout life. Because life is majorly determined by the mental state that we find ourselves in. So hopefully you're able to find yourself in a mental, emotional, and physical state where you can extract the most confidence from your being. Because in that state, you get the most done and you perform the best quality work. You also give the best quality love to everyone and everything else. So I hope that you're able to find what puts you in the best possible state, right? I know what puts me in the best possible state. And you can only find that from paying attention to yourself, paying attention to your patterns, paying attention to everything that makes you tick, essentially. Now, we often run to different books or different TV shows or internet whatevers to let other people tell us how to feel and tell us how to think. But in truth, the only way to really find out what makes you happy is to pay attention to yourself. I mean, it sounds so simple, but many of us we run from ourselves because it seems difficult, right? And the difficulty isn't from it being complex. The difficulty most of the time is because it feels painful, or at least there's a threat of pain. What do I mean by that? So many times, at least back in the day when I was depressed, you know what I'm saying? There were a lot of issues that I didn't solve within myself yet, right? I had a feeling of being unworthy. I had a feeling of not being loved. I had a feeling of being a burden, right? Now, instead of trying to look at myself and ask, why do I feel that way? What thoughts am I telling myself to make me feel that way? Instead of doing that, I would run from it, right? I would chase alcohol. I would chase, you know, anything else, whether it was cartoons and video games. I didn't really get into drugs or anything like that, but I would chase distractions so that I didn't have to look in the mirror and face myself and face what was actually making me feel bad and why was I letting those thoughts continue. So, like I said, you can go to different internet people and different books and things like that to tell you how to feel and how to think, but ultimately to solve your answer, you're going to have to look within. You're going to have to face yourself. And it's not as scary as it seems. It seems scary, but it's not. Once you face yourself, you'll start to shine the light on a lot of shadows, and those shadows will start to dissolve. And when I say shadows, I mean there's little parts about yourself that you haven't addressed for years. This may have been something that happened when you were 5 years old, right? You may have been 5 years old and got an answer wrong on a test, and the teacher might have called you stupid or something. And that might have hurt so bad that you never went back to face it. So now you've got this little seed in your energetic body, in your emotional body, of when that teacher called you stupid 5 years ago and nobody stood up for you. You were too young to stand up for yourself. So now, after these layers and layers and layers of time have covered that little piece of pain, it has now become a large piece of pain that affects your entire personality. So, what would happen if you stopped right now at your current age of 16, 26, 36, 46, 56, however old you are? What if you stopped right now and addressed that and went back and saw, wow, so when I was 5, my teacher called me stupid? It wouldn't have the same impact. Matter of fact, you could actually look back with maturity. You might even be able to look back and have compassion for that teacher. Maybe she was having a bad day. Maybe she just wasn't fit for the job. Maybe she was stressed out at home, whatever, whatever. Not to excuse what she did, but to come to an understanding of why it may have happened. And then you look back and you realize, no, actually, I'm not stupid. Actually, that may have had nothing to do with me. There's so many ways that when I said you shine the light on those shadows and they start to make sense, they start to dissolve, that's what I mean. So really, when you take the time to sit down and analyze your patterns, you can start to analyze why you have those patterns. And the deeper you get into the whys and the cause, now you're able to manage your inner self. Now you're able to manage your being. So, all that came from what I said in the very beginning. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. I hope that you're able to feel strong, you're able to feel confident, you're able to feel intelligent, you're able to feel empowered, you're able to feel like the best version of yourself, because really there's no reason not to. There's no reason not to. Why not? Why not feel like a fucking superhero? Why? Why not? Spent too many years feeling like a worthless bum that nobody wanted, right? I spent too many years feeling like, I was a waste of time, a waste of space. I spent too many years doing that. Now, I know who the fuck I am. And there's nobody who can tell me any different. I wish that for you. Truly. So stop running. And like this video if you like this video. Go ahead and hit that like button. It's easy. It's free. There's 21 people here in the building. 10 likes. Let's go ahead and double that number. All right. Not just because it makes me feel awesome. It does. I love seeing the likes. But more importantly, YouTube is a system. It's an algorithm. And the system runs on watch time and it runs on engagement, which includes likes and comments and chat. So you could help me to continue make these videos by hitting the like button. And that way YouTube lifts the videos up and scatters them about into its YouTube verse. And maybe somebody else gets to enjoy some of this. But for those of you who are here right now, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Shout out to Phoenix Rise. Thank you so much. Straight Panther 79, peace, bro. Peace, peace. 7VP Tim, greetings, greetings. Mo B, always good to see you. Peace, peace. 40 Shot Kosher Culver, peace, peace. Sheba Batista, greetings. CJ, greetings and love. Greetings and love. Hikate, greetings and love. Good to see you. Austin AWOL, peace, bro. Al Dickey, peace, peace. Alicia M, hello, 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 peace. Samaj B25, peace. Alex Cuckoo, greetings. Caesar, greetings, greetings, greetings. Greetings, greetings. Thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me. We're going to read a practical guide to Kabbalistic symbolism. We're going to continue reading that. What happened last time was it wasn't even my battery, my internet went out or something when I was reading the chapter on Bina. So didn't finish that. So we're going to start there. We're going to start on the chapter about Bina. And honestly, we're just going to kind of go for a while, maybe 2 or 3 hours. I haven't really decided. We're just going to read and do it. I got the inkling and the feeling to go ahead and do it that way. So why not? Fuck it. Look it. Phoenix Rise says, "Don't be an ear hustler. Hit that like." I agree. Thank you so much. Don't be an ear hustler. Cosmic Crystal, peace, peace. Nicole Berkeley, peace. A misunderstood positive programming, peace, peace. Plug. Hey, Zaire Inu, greetings, my brother, greetings. All right, so let's step out of the unicorn temple and into the physical plane so that I can actually read this book. Cosmic, astral. Listen, I wanted my room to look like this for years, right? Years. It wasn't just suddenly, but I made it look in such a way that would make me feel so awesome all the time, right? I don't care what nobody else thinks about it, right? I don't care that I have a fucking canopy over my bed. I love it. I love it. I love laying down and going to sleep and being able to see like all the lights. It's literally like I'm in space or some other dimension. It makes me feel amazing. I literally don't give a shit what anybody has to say about any of it. Find that for yourself. Start doing things in your life that make you feel amazing, because your mental state and your emotional state has everything to do with how you behave, how you think, and what you create, what you produce in this world, right? Make your life yours. Don't be living up under what somebody else told you to do and just that, right? Where you have these desires that you're not able to express. Don't live confined and trapped like that. Don't do it. It's not worth it, right? Because one day you're going to die. And then what? All those desires, you think they're going to dissolve? No, you're going to come back and you're going to try again. So get it all out your system now. Now, I'm not saying go and be ridiculous. I'm not saying break the law. I'm not saying hurt people. I'm saying do what makes you feel your best. Do it. Do it all the time. I saw a clip on Instagram. I hope I saved it because I'm going to repost it. And it was this guy saying basically, if I'm a king inside my mind and I live like a peasant, it's only a matter of time that I begin to change and adjust my behavior so that my external world will start to become my palace. That's how it works. It starts in here. If you're a king or if you're a queen in here, doesn't matter what this looks like. Eventually, the palace will begin to build. That's how it works. So, all that to say, I just spent 10 minutes here, right? If you get nothing else, if you leave before I open up that book, get this. Pay attention and take great care to your mental state, your emotional state, your physical state. And make sure that your surroundings, internal and external, are set up to produce the best version of yourself as often as possible. Let's get to it. Moby says, I have the Cosmo Lights too, Trev. I freaking love it. Man, girl, I bought two of them so I can hit both angles, you feel me? Angles are important. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. All right, gotta grab this coffee and then we'll get started. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. And not even on like no ego stuff. Not even because, oh, you're a light melanated being. No, not even because of any of that. But because you're here in this physical dimension. And there's things that have to be done simply because you're here. So in order to experience the best quality of life, it will behoove you to make sure that you are in the best state of mind, state of heart. Got it? If you got it, say got it or give me a unicorn or any of that stuff. You have 30 seconds. I am not buying that creamer again. No, that creamer did not do it. No. Ugh. See, it's difficult when you try to do these vegan creamers. I don't know what y'all think, but I ain't doing this one no more. Nut pods. I'm gonna stick with Planet Oak. Planet Oak, that's the best one for me so far. All right. So it looks like everybody got it. Trinity, Hecate, 7VP, Tim, Phoenix, Rise, Mo B, Zaire, Anu, Nicole, Berkeley, Straight Panther, Xavier, Schaffer, Bay. Hecate says do almond milk. Yeah, this one was almond based. I like oat the best, but I'll drink it anyways. All right, let's keep going. I'm literally so grateful just to be able to be me. Not because I'm better than anybody else, but because my quality of life is so much better. So much better. So much better than being depressed. So much better than being drunk. Life is good. All right, y'all, enough of that mushy emotional stuff. Let's get down to the cold science, right? Let's get down to the cold hard facts. No more of that lovey-dovey shit, right? Enough of it. Cut it. I'm in a good mood, so forgive me if I sound a little bit goofy today. I'm gonna flip the camera around so that you can just continue looking at my beautiful face. Xavier Schaffer Bay says, take a bath with oat milk. Will have your skin silky smooth too. Well, damn, how much oat milk is that gonna take? I mean, I might try it. It sounds nice, but that sounds like a lot of oat milk. I ain't that fancy yet. I just got a filter for my shower, you know, but I'll work on the oat milk bath next go round. This man said take a bath in oat milk. I mean, it sounds good. Don't get me wrong. My brother showed me this video. Just real quick. My brother showed me this video on Instagram, and it was a guy who he had two little cups of water out of the tap. Like he poured it out of the tap and put them there. And in one cup, he put a little tester strip thing to test for chlorine. He put that in one, and then he put his fingers in the other, right? So when he pulled that first test strip out, it showed that it had, high levels of chlorine in it. Then he pulled his fingers out of the other cup and he put a test strip in that one. There was no chlorine in it. Where did the chlorine go? It only took like 20 seconds for all that chlorine and chemicals to absorb into his skin. That video was enough for me to be like, all right, let me go ahead and see how much these filters are. Because I already stopped drinking tap water, but I definitely don't want all these extra chemicals. They're actually not that expensive if you guys are interested. They're like $30, and the filters are good for maybe 2 or 3 months. So really, you're looking at $10 a month to not have gallons of chlorine absorbed into your skin every day. Just a thought. And then maybe in a couple months we'll work on a game plan for the oat milk bath. Xavier Schafferbay says that was my lady, yo. Hey, I ain't tripping, man. I didn't say it was a bad idea. I was just thinking about the price of oat milk and pouring in that bathtub. Phoenix Rise says, facts, I got to get a shower filter. Skin is the biggest organ. Exactly. And it absorbs. So, if I'm grateful for my healthy body, then I have to do everything I can to make sure that I'm taking the best care of it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we got all the way down to chapter 8, and then my internet cut out, and that's where we're going to start. Bina, understanding. This is going to be on page 87. Who is it? Al Dickey, did you say you got the physical copy? No, that was Stray Panther. You said you got it? Hikate asks Puppy. Puppy is with her mom in Tennessee. They took a road trip, so I'm enjoying the absolute solitude because both of the ladies are gone. Oh, good. We got instructions. Xavier Schafferbay said, or his lady, excuse me. She says, I use about one of the cartons that don't have to be refrigerated. Oh, okay. Yes, I completely agree on the shower filter. All about that holistic health. Okay, so you said one of the cartons that don't have to be refrigerated. All right. I'm going to try it. I can dig it. Sheba Batista says, the cheap way, buy oatmeal and turn it in powder and put it in your bath. I mean, I could try that tonight, honestly. All right, I'll see, and I'll report my findings next time if you guys care. I'm gonna do it. All right, so both Stray Panther and Al Dickey have the physical copy. Awesome. You guys have the black version where it's got both books in one? And I'm asking that question to see if the page numbers are the same. Does chapter 8 start on page 87? I'm kind of thinking of getting that version just so I can highlight in it, but I might not have to. And like I said, you guys, if you don't have the physical copy, it would help to take notes if you can. And if you do have the physical copy, please get your highlighter out and start taking notes, because this is a really insightful book on Kabbalah. 7VP Tim says, just use the Aveeno oak packets. All right, I don't know what those are, but I'm going to take a note. Aveeno oak packets. I imagine this is what they're actually designed for. Aveeno oak packets. And then Xavier Schafferbay's lady says the oat milk that doesn't have to be refrigerated. And then, who was it? Sheba Batista says, just buy oat milk, make it into a powder. Gotcha. All right, I'm definitely gonna try it. Thank you all for the insight. I mean, this is really good stuff. I too am about the holistic health and being affordably fancy. So, all right, page 87 for everybody who has the book. everybody who has the book. Let's get started here. Okay, so as you know, Binah is this sphere. It's represented physically by the planet Saturn, but this is part of the upper triad, part of the causal triad, the supernals. And a good way to think of this level of existence is being the most refined that you could possibly get. Okay, down here in Malkuth rests upon the physical plane. See, I used to think that all of this was Malkuth, but I was incorrect. This is called Earth, and this is called Earth. In a way, both the flat Earth and the globe Earth people are correct, because the ancient models actually had the globe Earth resting on the flat Earth. Okay, so flat Earth is actually a different thing from globe Earth. Now, where do I get this from? Did I get this from a random YouTuber? No. This is coming from the Vedic texts. I really tried. There's a lot of subjects I don't speak on because they're so controversial, mainly both melanin and flat Earth. But as I'm starting to see that both of them have an importance in the ancient texts, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about them. But anyways, there's a difference between flat Earth, which is what you see here, right? And then globe Earth. But anyways, this is Malkuth, the lowest, densest level of existence. This is where you find your physical body. This is Yasad, okay? It can be likened to the imagination, to the realm, to the etheric plane, basically. It's slightly more subtle and less dense than the physical plane. And then gradually we go up to the astral triangle. This is actually called the astral triangle because we got the etheric plane and then the astral plane up here represented by Hod and Netzach. And then the mental plane, and then of course the causal plane. So time has a heavy influence on space and object identification on these lower planes, but it's reversed up here. Okay, yeah. Masculine aspect, divine masculine, divine feminine. So we read about the divine masculine. We read about it's projecting and moving. Now we're getting into the feminine aspect, which is the receiving aspect. Okay. I know you guys were paying attention before, so you already know. This is just for the people who might be new and not be familiar with this stuff. Keaton says plane and planet. Exactly. Plane and planet. Right. All right, so let's keep going. Binah, Understanding, Chapter 8. The third path is called the Sanctifying Intelligence. Move this a little bit closer. OO says Doth, ? Yes. So Doth I did not mention. Doth is actually not a Sephirah, but it is a state of consciousness. Doth represents the very tiny bridge that allows one's awareness to cross the abyss. Now, the abyss can be thought of as the final barrier in existence. The first barrier is actually here, and it's much like Doth, but it's a lower density. And a good example of an experience of the lower barrier is basically the average human being is trained to become unconscious when he separates from, or when she separates from their five senses. All right. Basically, when you lay down and you relax, peace, Caesar. Basically, when you lay down and you relax and you rest your muscles, the first thing your awareness does is go to sleep because that's what you trained it to do. That's represented by this first barrier here. Now, for those of us who do spiritual work and practice, we've learned to expand past the five senses and not fall asleep, right? So for people who learn how to do that accidentally, they talk about lucid dreaming, right? And some people, most people get that confused with astral projection, but some people learn how to astral project. Now, all this is doing is maintaining your awareness beyond the five senses. The five senses in the physical body belong to this sphere. Now, the etheric body belongs to this sphere. The astral body belongs to this sphere. Your awareness transitions into each of those bodies. But like I said, most people are trained to fall asleep before they can cross even the first barrier. So Doth represents a certain barrier that we're able to cross, but there's only a very, very subtle aspect of consciousness that's able to cross. You and your personality and your ego do not cross Doth because it's too heavy, it's too dense. The personality and the ego belong to these lower spheres. They don't belong up here. Personality, individuality, ego, any attachment to sensory objects whatsoever, which means concepts, memories, all the stuff that makes you a human being, it's too heavy to cross that bridge. So you literally have to, the work is refining your awareness down to the simplistic aspect of it. And that's what crosses this barrier. Now that happens for most people at death. Some people can train themselves to do this in their waking state, waking life. But that would require a whole lot of inner work. Because like I said, ego personality doesn't cross this, it's too heavy. So you got to find that core central part of yourself that actually is not your ego. That's not your body. That's not your thoughts or your memories. You got to literally find the God aspect within you, for real. Not just to be able to say it online, but to know it within yourself. Then once you do that, you're able to cross and experience the very pure programming of existence. And that's what a big part of this study and training is. And that's another reason why I'm teaching these concepts and talking about them, because at least if you become aware of them, then you'll kind of have a direction to know where to look and what to do. Okay.